Hi guys, welcome to the Hard Carry. I'm your host Adam Fitch. As always with this series, I'll go through what's happened in the esports industry on the business side in the past week, explain what the hell has happened, and explain why it matters, or perhaps why it doesn't matter at all, but it's noteworthy in some way. So, last week was a quieter one because of the coronavirus and everything just kind of slowed down in the esports industry. Obviously, a lot going on in terms of rescheduling and postponing and taking things online. But announcements were down a bit. I'll be honest with you. I kind of oversee everything going on, and yeah, it was a lot quieter. Whereas this week picked up quite a bit again. So people seemingly are now confident enough to be announcing partnerships and such, and that's really what we're going to look at. There is a couple, there's one event-based thing, I guess 1.5 in a sense, which you'll see. But yeah, I'll cover 4 stories. You can see it on the overlay, which is that side. It's all mirrored. It's very strange, but nonetheless. So I touched on Team Reciprocity, North American organisation, Canadian, last week a little bit, saying they were in the shit, and I think that's all I said. I haven't gone back and looked, but I believe that's all I said. I heard earlier in the day before they announced anything that they were going bankrupt, and I don't know if that was true. That's certainly not been said by anything in any announcement or anything by Chad Larson or the like from Reciprocity. Well, there's only him now, really, because literally what they've done is scale back operations, released all players, basically released all staff, except for a Crossfire franchise they own or co-own with the Chinese organisation LGD Gaming, and then their co-ownership of Rainbow Seven, which is a Latin American League of Legends team. So they're only going to operate in those titles now, and I don't even think they really have much operational say in it. They just slap their name on it, it's like co-branded, so they've slapped their logo on it a bit, and that's it. By association, they're kind of known, and with a bit of dosh involved as well. So, yeah, in February, I'm pretty sure I covered it in this series. Team Reciprocity announced that it was planning a reverse takeover that would see it become a public company. And I mean, obviously, with what's going on now, the economy's a bit fucked at the moment. I'm certainly not in the best position to speak for all of that. I've got a lot of reading to do during this quarantine, self-isolating, social distancing time, where eventually, hopefully, I will understand investing and stock market and stuff a lot better. That's the plan anyway, and then I can hopefully provide more depth to this series and other content that I produce on YouTube and the audio platforms and even my writing, But all I can say is I kind of see this as like one of the first casualties of esports, and there are more to come. I tweeted about it in the week that I believe a consolidation is going to happen with organisations kind of merging. I'm aware that some offers are being flown out there to some decent organisations already. Can't name any names. I'm trying to not jeopardise anything for people at the moment, but the shit's happening, and people are worried about what's going on, understandably so. A lot of these organisations, if not all, were kind of operating at a minus anyway. So the fact that there's even less dosh coming in now to keep them afloat, it's a scary time, and I don't want this to be a complete doom and gloom series, and because that's what it'll turn into if I just cover COVID, But Team Reciprocity for now a bit fucked. It had a funding round planned and that fell through. That's my understanding on that, and yeah, they've had to just kind of fire every fucker, or let go of every fucker, which is a real shame, especially in today's climate as well. Like, it's never a good time to be let go of, but like especially now, fingers are crossed that everyone lands on their feet. It's more likely for the players and the staff members, I think, in a lot of cases, which is obviously really unfortunate. But yeah, my best wishes go out to all of them now we know fully what's going on. I'll stay on top of this because I think it's an important one, especially with an organisation trying to go public, and you can see the shit that's coming from it, from partially bad timing and partially questioning whether it's the right decision. But nonetheless, Team Reciprocity scales back operations, downscales massively. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll get into the next one. So the eNASCAR iRacing Pro Series Invitational. Really shit long name, but it's an esports series devised by eNASCAR in partnership with the sim racing platform iRacing, sorry. There's too many names and too many I's and E's and shit everywhere. It always gets into my head, especially on a slow Saturday, But so they showed the debut event in the series last weekend, and almost 1 million people tuned into it. So Fox Sports, which has got Fox Sports 1 and the Fox Sports app, has taken on the entire Invitational series. So I don't know how many weeks it goes on for, but it combines real life motorsport racers, along with personalities and such, I believe, and sim racing professionals and racers there. So let's see if I can find out any more about it. So it's just over the course of the next few weeks, but the fact that Fox Sports has picked it up, it shows that, well, the reception was great anyway. Over 900,000 people tuned in. It's great. And an executive producer for Fox Sports said this event has obviously resonated with race fans, gamers, television viewers across the country in a very positive way. We've learned so much in a relatively short period of time, and we're excited to expand coverage of this esports series to an even wider audience. So they've had a little taste of esports, right? And what can happen if you really merge esports with traditional sports and give it the push that traditional sports obviously gets on linear TV and such. And it's an exciting time, actually. I've said for a long time, sim racing is probably one of the more likely kind of subgenres or genres within esports that would resonate with fans, just because of the crossover. Like, you can see racers going between sim racing and real world racing, whatever you want to call it. We'll just call it racing. Backwards and forwards, and then like practicing in the sim racing environments and stuff, and replicating what goes on the track in person. So it's a great thing here. Hopefully we continue to see the numbers rise. Like, that'd be amazing. Because at the moment this is like a silver lining of all this. It's like, okay, yeah, these can live in harmony together, both NASCAR and eNASCAR. And if it continues to perform well, then you could see other sports, other titles and such take it up and fill some dead air time on telly with some actual competition, instead of just reruns of shit or people talking for 25 fucking hours out of the day, So positive, very positive. Obviously, the Formula One and Supercars Championship also got their bollocks going on there, their esports versions. So that's an interesting take as well. But it seems like NASCAR's the one at the moment, mainly because it has the Fox Sports push, I guess, to really resonate with fans outside of esports. And we can expect more of that, I'd say. So next we'll move into Tribe Gaming, which is a mobile-focused esports organisation. There's not too many of them out there, really. But I believe it's a North American organisation as well. So it's closed a seed funding round, raising over 1 mil. So they sent out a press release and it was 1.04 million. And later they issued a correction where it was just over 1 mil. So it's 1.04. I thought it was weird that they were that specific with it. And the notable thing here, besides the fact that it's like mobile esports getting like a significant like push, like one mil's not anything to kind of scoff at, But so Boston Celtics player Gordon Hayward was part of the round alongside a professional WWE wrestler. I'm going to get his name wrong here, but it's Claudio Castagnoli, I believe, and is Cesaro. I don't watch wrestling. I never really have. I'm not that guy. I know of The Rock and like Stone Cold, and that's literally about it. So don't ask me on that. And then the CEO of Super Evil Megacorp, so like obviously mobile gaming veteran, like royalty almost in that scene, as well as an angel investor, Victor Kron. Like, the names are not my strong suit when it comes to pronunciation and such, but Tribe Gaming plans to build a headquarters and a content creation lab in Austin, Texas with the Dosh. And at the moment it competes in Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, Brawl Stars, PUBG Mobile, and Call of Duty Mobile as well. So a major presence in the like Western mobile esports scene. Obviously, mobile is a lot bigger across the pond as such in the East, in India and such, in Southeast Asia. But it's good to see a North American mobile esports organisation getting the support, especially from high profile people as well. Now, with these things, I always like it where, say, like, it's more hands-on. Like Drake, we've barely seen him have anything to do with 100 Thieves since he invested. And I mean, that's fine. He just wants to get his money in there and be a co-owner, But, like, I don't know how much they realise that if he put his name to 100 Thieves More and put his face out there to 100 Thieves More and cross-pollinated and cross-promoted there, like, that would actually build up 100 Thieves More and have potentially a better return on his investment there. But nonetheless, I hope we see more of that, activations involving the investors instead of it's just completely silent, or they just tweet out very occasionally like woo, go Tribe, they've won an event, that's it. Like, I hope we get more. It's more hands-on. But I kind of know what to expect at this point, having seen many of these go down. It'll probably be a silent thing, but nonetheless, they've got the Dosh. Hopefully, they can build upon it well. and the facility they build isn't just to have something flashy that they can put in a few videos and wow a few people, and get a decent bit of PR. Hopefully it actually helps the operation of the entire organisation go a lot smoother. So that's the third out of 4 stories, and then a big one if you're into the gambling side, but it has huge ramifications anyway. The Nevada Gaming Control Board approved betting on the North American branch of ESL Pro League for the 11th season. It'll have 3 wager types, which is head-to-head, winner of each match, and overall season winner. So it allows all licensed bookies in Nevada to post and accept wagers on the tournament under specific conditions. And yeah, it seems to me, at least, I'm not a betting and gambling expert by any means, but it seems like a step towards Nevada actually allowing this shit, and the US being able to bet on esports properly, officially, we're not doing too bad over here. Like, I can go on Bet365 now or Betway now, for example, and place bets on loads of esports, and that's great, but there's a huge potential market out there for esports, especially as the audience now, which is quite young, grows in like the next 5-10 years and such. But having it now and having the foundation built now for when they grow up, but so it's already there, instead of them having to like adapt to it later on, or like looking for it and never finding it and then giving up. Like if we get it sooner rather than later, which it kind of appears here, if it goes well, viewership for the Pro League has been doing decently considering it's online, then it seems like a really positive move. I know a lot of people are excited for this, though not too many people care about the business side of esports, unfortunately, still, especially when it comes to like the casual audience. It's still a very positive thing, I feel, as long as it performs well and there's a shit ton of bets on it. So I hope people show out and bet on everything that they can, at least sensibly, with only money they can afford to potentially lose. I'm not encouraging anything fucking wild like putting your rent money on Liquid to win or something. I definitely won't do that at the moment. But yeah, so potentially more positive news there. I'm not going to harp on too much again, though. I just want to wrap this up by hoping everyone is staying safe, washing their hands, staying inside as much as possible, getting some exercise throughout the day, both inside and going for 1 walk a day or something like that, like following the guidelines that been set for you by the people above. It's a very shit time, but gaming will help us get through it, content will help us get through it, and just looking after each other and looking after ourselves will help. Like the sooner we all just stay in and actually fucking listen to what people are saying, the sooner we'll be out of all this, So if that helps just one person change their mind and think, okay, yeah, I shouldn't be a stupid cunt. Like, I should actually just sit inside, and do what people are saying. I should wash my hands and I should wait to see my friends probably a few months down the line, and hopefully if everyone changes their mind eventually, we'll be in a lot better spot. Because, we're here in 12 weeks at the moment, but it could be a lot longer. I'm more erring towards like 4, 5, 6 months at this point, and I'm kind of used to this lifestyle, but I do want to see friends and family and such, and actually get out there a bit more than 1 walk a day. But nonetheless, I don't want to ramble too much. I hope you all doing well. Hope you're not too bored. I hope you're getting on with your significant others and your family if you're around them. If you don't get to see them at the moment, just keep in touch with them. There's more things at play here rather than just esports. So I do want to stress this in this series. Look after yourself, look after other people. I'll catch you next Saturday. Cheers.